Right now, there's no active severe thunderstorm warnings. There's also no active tornado warnings. And the way things are going, we may have a short live, but we'll have to see how it goes. We'll have to see if storms do get a rolling. It's going to take a moment here for us to get everything pulled up, but appreciate y'all joining for sure. Have to make sure that people could see me on live here. Be one moment. I got my buddy Nate with me right here. Appreciate y'all joining. Hopefully my TikTok is going live here. There we go. It looks like we have liftoff. Evidently, TikTok is allowing me to go back, but I do not have your guys' chat. Hey, from North Dallas. Hey, Poison. Alt, I am bald. That's an interesting one. All right. So, yeah, North Dallas might end up getting some stuff overnight hours, early morning hours tomorrow. We'll take a look at some of the evolution. Right now, things are really pretty well capped out. I'm going to get rid of these tickers here for right now because really nothing is going on as of right now. No, I cannot show chasers on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the scenarios of what might end up happening. Appreciate y'all joining and following. Please, if you have not smashed the like button, whether you're on TikTok or on YouTube or Facebook, let's go ahead and take a look at new model site. Hang on a second. Okay, Nate, I can't. Hold on one second. How's Milwaukee? We've already got 5 severe thunderstorms today. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at Milwaukee. Let me shut off this since we don't have any active severe thunderstorms right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at Milwaukee and see how this might play out for you. I am going to shut off the low pressure or the surface fronts rather. That was updated at 4 p.m. where those were at. We're going to take a look at HRRR and kind of show Milwaukee where that's going to play out. Again, we could have some more storms rolling through there in the next couple of hours, but again, HRRR has been having a very difficult time. It seems like it is pushing this farther back with every single update. Once you get into the late evening hours, things really progress over into Michigan a little bit. Obviously, you have a couple of special weather statements here over in Flint, areas to the north of that. Oh, thanks for joining, Matthew. I believe I've got um, Mesomat on here on YouTube as well. Thank you for the follow. How North Dallas is cloudy right now. Yes. Let me go ahead and take a look at North Dallas here for you, but that's what we kind of expect for Milwaukee. Really not a whole lot of severe weather expected for that area. Um, and I'll go ahead and put up the SPC outlooks here. Oh my goodness, really? This app is a joke, people. There we go. Gosh, it is just struggling lately. All right. So this is day one. So Milwaukee, general thunderstorms, nothing real huge is expected. Most of this is going to be further south and west. Again, there are a couple of chasers out in areas of western Oklahoma, southwestern Oklahoma. A lot of things have been having a struggle with all the capping in the atmosphere, but I'll go down to Dallas and kind of show North Dallas here for my buddy Poison Alt. So go ahead and share the live, and we'll get to all of Oklahoma here as well, so that you guys can kind of breathe easy for the night. Could you step away for a little bit? Try to get rid of those hiccups. But so North Dallas, this is how it could play out. As you can see through the evolution here, way later than originally as expected. I know I don't have Dallas in there. Let's go ahead and try and get this zoomed out so I can get Dallas in there as well. A lot of cloud cover is hindering a lot of these storms, but as you can see, by the time OKC and Norman gets to 1 o'clock in the morning, you guys have a lot of rain and possibility of some storms, very gusty winds, even a possibility back towards Wichita Falls and Abilene, Texas areas where you could end up seeing some hail if this thing can get going. Um, it is really having a struggle. Just to kind of give a comparison, we go back out here. As you can see, these are very spotty showers up by Springfield area in early morning hours, looking at 4 o'clock in the morning. Springfield, yes, you guys don't need any more rain, so unfortunately you are going to get some rain. And let's go ahead and take a look. Speaking of rain, let's go ahead and take a look at what your estimated total rainfall is expected based on this weather model here. This is between 6 p.m. update from this weather model and tomorrow at 11 a.m. So a little less than a 24-hour total. Could end up seeing 3 inches in these areas. Hey, Sam. What's up? Thanks for joining me on TikTok. I appreciate it. Watertown, Wisconsin. Lindsay, I will certainly get to that. I appreciate that. Be sure that if you haven't already, we would really, really appreciate uh, continued, if you're able to, some gifts and things like that. I can't see all of them throughout here because I'm on YouTube as well as Facebook, but I do appreciate those if you feel the content is worthy of that. 2.5 to 3 inches. And then Watertown, Wisconsin. Let's go ahead and take a look at Watertown, Wisconsin area. Really not expecting a whole lot. I'll go ahead and punch in Watertown, Wisconsin. So this area isn't expecting a whole lot of showers and thunderstorms. Let me go ahead and bring it back to composite reflective so you can kind of see where that's expected to play out. As you can see, very spotty showers, not expected to hit your area even into tomorrow. I'll show you the SPC outlook for tomorrow. That is going to move quite a ways off. It's taken a moment for information to load for some reason today. There we go. So as you can see, for tomorrow, the risks move over to the Dallas area, and this would be the slight risk. I do not have a Twitter account. I mean, I do, but I don't ever since they required you basically to start paying for things. Um, I mean, I've got one, but I don't ever update that. So, yes, I can do St. Louis. Let's go ahead and take a look at St. Louis area here. I know right where that is. It's bullseye right here. So St. Louis area for tomorrow right now as it stands is in a marginal risk. Let's go, and I apologize, those screens are wigging out. This app has been having some major issues the last couple of days. About to throw it out the window. All right. So the tornado risk for tomorrow, if it'll pull up, Forney, Texas, between Dallas and Tyler. Yes, I can look at that. Is there anything? Okay, South Central Wisconsin, you're good, Kendra. You shouldn't have to worry about any type of severe weather. And St. Louis, again, that risk is there for tomorrow, if this will ever pull up, but it's a marginal risk. Don't expect anything real great. I'll have another update here tomorrow morning. Um, and then we'll take a look now at Forney, Texas. If there was severe weather information updating, it would be right in here. So I don't see anything alarming yet. You're in a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow. And I'm just going to utilize another tool here from SPC because since this app is really having some struggles, I'm going to take a look at SPC information here. I already know. I just seen it. Don't worry about it. Everything is fine. Just calm down. Okay. My son's going crazy. He just got an alert of somebody else that's going to be expected to be live today. Um, okay. Back off for a second, buddy. All right. So I'm going to kind of show you guys what we're expecting for tomorrow or today's outlook. Let me go back to tomorrow. Why is everything with my computer just going nuts? Yeah. Yeah, I got to look at this. Here we go. That's the overall risk, but I want the tornado risk. All right, so it looks like for areas of St. Louis, right now, you're not in a tornado risk for tomorrow or today, so that's great. Um, St. Louis is expected to, I'm trying to see Sunday. It looks like Sunday, there is a possibility of a heightened risk, although we don't have enough information to support if it's going to be hail or if it's going to be tornadoes and that type of thing. So just stay tuned for Sunday's risk. Gun Barrel City in Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan. This again, we're looking at tomorrow's outlook. So let me go ahead and put that through here. Don't need to worry about the Flint, Michigan area for today. However, goodness gracious. Yeah, looks like you're okay in Flint, Michigan. A lot of these storms along this line is having a difficult time getting going. Branson, Missouri. Branson, Missouri area, you're in a risk for, goodness, this is even having a hard time. Pretty much all of Missouri is in a slight risk for Sunday. So just stay alert. We'll continue to have additional updates here tomorrow morning and even Sunday morning. So Branson, Missouri, you have likelihood of a number of tornadoes that for your state, not just Branson, but pretty much the whole state has um, a pretty good shot at an isolated tornado somewhere in that state. Gun Barrel City, I'll take a look at that right now. Never heard of that. Must be a pretty unique spot. Okay. All right, we're going to take a look at composite reflective. Mars, I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to everybody, but sometimes can't. From what I can see, yeah, you definitely look like you're going to be fine tonight. It looks like it's going to kind of die out if it even can get going. Obviously, some rain, um, which, from my understanding, a lot of Texas needs that rain, some areas, anyways. But I don't see anything that's too alarming. I go ahead and pull up significant tornado parameters and see if I can show that and if this app is going to work. I think I'm going to have to do a clean sweep of my computer, either that or use my laptop. All right, so this is a look at significant tornado parameters, and basically the area of concern, most concern, according to this update, would be right along here around 8 p.m. So in about another hour and a half. If we back it up, yeah, it looks like these guys might be, according to this update, way too far west, and things might evolve further later in the evening, more up by this area, south of Tulsa. So that would be very concerning. Azle, Texas. Let me make sure I got everybody else's taken care of here. Dallas, Indianapolis, Dayton. Will it be bad? Percy 214, is it going to hail in Dallas? It's very possible if these storms can end up evolving that you might get some hail overnight hours tonight and then into early morning hours. Plano, Illinois, McCordle, Indiana tonight. Make sure I got that. McCordsville. I apologize. I'm looking at the significant tornado parameters. Let me go ahead and bring back a composite reflective to have a better idea here. And so you're around the Indianapolis area. It is going through a update here, so one moment as that blue bar progresses along ever so slowly. It does look like McCordsville early morning hours. So if this thing can evolve sometime after 2 o'clock in the morning, you have a shot at some hail and some gusty winds and definitely some rain. Cook County, Illinois. Oh, that would be over in Chicago area. Okay, so a little farther north then. That'd be a little more spotty showers. I don't see anything too alarming. Maybe way late, just west. Could have some gusty winds. Based on that, it's going to be 54 dBz, so heavy at times rain just west of there. Uh, Algonquin, Illinois. Davenport, Iowa, you're good. You guys had enough crazy stuff happen overnight, I believe. I think I'm streaming too many resources here because I have all of your guys' stuff coming through very slowly and sporadically. And I think it's putting my system bogging down quite a bit. So I don't know what's going on here. Philadelphia, PA, you're good to go. I'm covering tonight and tomorrow. You don't have anything to be concerned about in Philadelphia as far as severe weather goes. You don't have to say where I am because my state doesn't get tornadoes. Well, that's great that your state doesn't get tornadoes. Thank you, 4 stars. Appreciate it. Be sure if you have not followed already to go ahead and follow and share the live. Appreciate that very much. It helps with continuing. What about Gurnee, South Michigan? Trying to get this Alga, whatever it was. Algonquin, Illinois. Again, probably just some spotty showers, and that'll be way late tonight, if any, if this does evolve. I'm just going to check real quick live radar, see if there's anything that looks alarming here. Go back to kind of the zone of where I'm originally covering here, so bear with me one moment. Oh, yeah. Yeah, TikTok banned me on my live yesterday because, yeah, apparently I didn't read things apparently very clear and it was too dangerous. Yet some of the other social medias have no problem with it. So I don't understand that, but that's all right. I can come live on the studio. Thanks, 4 stars, for joining the live yesterday. I did not mean to end it, trust me. I had no choice to end it. TikTok ended it abruptly without my knowledge until I got a notification. I'm trying to get to everybody, but Winchester, Indiana. Let me just kind of go through SPC information here real quick. It's probably going to be the easiest way to do this. Hang on one second. I got to mute for a second. Okay, I'm back. I was struggling and it looked like my son was actually in the app, and so that might have been why it was struggling just a little bit. There we go. So this is the risk area. So obviously you can kind of see where your state is. This is the risk area. Slight risk is in yellow. Marginal risk is the darker shade of green. Again, not anything real significant because these storms are having a big time struggle to get going. And then this is the tornado risk once it pulls up. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Normal, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas, Lawton, Oklahoma, Broken Arrow, and then St. Louis has a 2% shot for today. But again, a lot of this is really, really struggling to get going. I think I'm going to close out of the app here and see if that helps at all. Be 1 second here. Is there going to be anything for Davenport, Iowa? Thank you, Tommy Hollywood. No, there isn't going to be anything for Davenport, Iowa tonight. And I am just probably going to have to shut things down the way it's looking here because everything is just really moving super slow today. Struggling to the point where not sure if I'm going to be able to keep the live going because I love to be able to get all your guys' answers or questions answered rather. All right, so this is the big swath area for day one, I believe. Let me just double check since this thing is wigging out today. Just trying to make sure that this is the latest information since it's having a struggle. Yeah, this was updated at 240. So this 5% area in the brown, that's for the tornado risk, and then the green is a large swath area, but again, it is really struggling. Let me go ahead and put a radar up here. Um, I've been watching HRRR all day, and it seems like every honky bobby, you're getting nothing. What do you mean I'm getting nothing? That's fine. Um, Chicago area and Illinois. Sorry if you already went over this. So Reagan, Chicago area is expected to have some uh, light rain, but not anything significant storms wise for tonight. Just light rain. Olivia, apologize I wasn't able to get to that, but hopefully the person that answered that for you has that information correct. Looks like things are starting to work a little bit faster finally. St. Louis area, you're going to be under the gun for tomorrow. Um, or not tomorrow. My apologies. My days are getting all mixed up after my chase yesterday. So the main risk for Sunday would be in areas of St. Louis and pretty much all of Missouri, as well as Arkansas area. Plano, Illinois. Uh, Plano, Illinois, you're going to have some risks for tomorrow. You do have them today. Let me go back to tomorrow's risks. Gosh, no data. So marginal risk, this could get expanded, but not likely. So areas that are in southern part of Illinois could have some risks here for tomorrow. Again, not expecting much in the way of tonight because things are really having a struggle getting past the capping. Uh, will Murfreesboro, Tennessee be getting hit by this storm? No, not expecting this to hit anywhere in Tennessee. Not by this, not by today or tomorrow. I can kind of bring it out to day 3 here. So here's day 3. This is the enhanced risk. This would be the area of biggest concern. Day 3, when I'm talking day 3, that basically means Sunday. So St. Louis, you would be in the pretty much all of Missouri would be in the yellow area, the slight risk, and then all of Arkansas pretty much, and then the extreme northwestern portion of Louisiana. So that's probably going to be the bigger day, would be Sunday. Indiana, thanks so much for following. Appreciate it. Reagan, what I'm looking at right now is this is for day 3. This would be Sunday, Sunday's risks. For slight risk, enhanced risk would be obviously on there. And then we aren't able to see the tornado risk, although based on where they have the red zone, that would probably be where a 5% risk of tornadic activity would be, and then probably 2% in this yellow swath. That's typically how they work that. But again, we have to wait for that to come out tomorrow. Which parts of Oklahoma are getting hit? Well, unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but thankfully, right now, no areas are getting hit. We will go through that right now and kind of show you. This is a live look at the radar. As you can see, there really isn't much of anything going on at all. So the only reason why I went live is wanted to make sure that after the live ban, when I was doing storm chasing live in the field, I got banned for 24 hours from TikTok because apparently I can't do the live in the field chasing. It's too dangerous. Um, but I am still able to do that through my YouTube and my Facebook channel, so go figure. But I'll do a rundown here of what is expected for Oklahoma area later this evening based on one particular weather model. This would be a short range weather model. And I'm probably going to have to let y'all go because I don't anticipate these storms to get going. And if they do get going, it's going to be so late in the evening. I mean, I was expecting at one point for them to issue a tornado watch for parts of Oklahoma because they had a mesoscale discussion. But again, the capping is really causing these storms not to come through, which that's good for folks. We need the rain in some areas, but don't need the storms. So looking at the evolution possibility or estimate of how this could play out, obviously the time up here is 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Joplin, Missouri, if this holds true, you could end up having some hail after 8 p.m. and some gusty winds. But again, it's going to be hit or miss. You know, somebody here could get it, and then not that far away, nothing. It is very hit or miss, and you can see that in this evolution here. Really looks like this is now pushing it to like midnight. So let me just kind of play it out here for you on 21Z. So 22Z was updated at um, 6 p.m. And so I want to go back to 5 p.m. update and kind of show you what I've been talking about is things have been getting pushed back. So 5 p.m. update was showing that areas of Vernon was expected to have storm development by 7 p.m. Now, if we go to the 2002Z and we go to 7 p.m., still expecting, but on a much smaller scale. So that's what we got there. I'm not going to be able to go through everybody's request, unfortunately. Southeast Oklahoma, McAllister. I'll go through that last one. Friday was the worst day. We'll see. Yeah, they did. Some people did say Friday was going to be the worst day, but it's really not working that way at this point. All right, McAllister area. And then I am going to need to stop the live feed while I try to restart my computer and see if I can get things going. I think I'm probably going to have to do these live updates through only one platform because it's just having too much of a struggle here. Sorry, guys. This app is taking a dive. All right, it's not going to work, so I'm gonna let you go. I do these updates typically at 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time, but after yesterday's chase in Nebraska um, and a long, long drive back to South Dakota, uh, it has been very difficult to get things back up and running. So I'm going to let y'all go. You guys have a safe evening. I may be back later if weather should break in. Um, but again, wish I could have gotten to everybody on here. Unfortunately, technology sometimes just does not work the way you want it. And that's what happens when you're on a low budget. I don't have a whole lot of supporters. I got the few here on the left side panel that assist me, but not any big sponsors. So when you're doing that, it gets it really difficult. So you got to use some unique ways to be able to get things running through. So I appreciate any of the follows and the shares. A hi from Chillicothe. Shane, thank you so much. And yes, DC4L greatest. Friday was supposed to be the worst day, and it certainly is not seeming like it. Marley, is it going to hit Kentucky? No, not expected to hit Kentucky. Um, Tried to get to everybody. You are welcome, Laura Lance 751. Kevin Miller, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, how did nothing develop? Spurs, I'll answer that one. So sometimes what happens is if if the upper atmosphere is too warm, and then obviously the temperature inversion can't have storm initiation happen. So really what ends up being is you have that cap. Basically, the best way to put it in layman's terms would be if you're trying to boil water and you put a lid on it and just really secure it, it's going to be hard for that water to get going. Eventually, it'll start boiling, yes, but it's putting a lid on the atmosphere and putting a lid on those storms from being able to develop. And that's what we really have going right now. So that's how they were not able to get going. All the other ingredients are there. And so usually what Storm Prediction Center does is they issue these risks based on XYZ. If those ingredients are all there and the only thing that needs to happen basically is the cap needs to get broken, that's a very risky thing. It's great that they issue that those risks because people are aware. Because all it takes is just a couple of cells to break through that cap and then really start blowing things up, and then we could have a number of tornadoes and severe weather. And that's what happened yesterday in areas of Nebraska. It broke through the cap early enough and was able to get storm initiating pretty relatively early on. And so then we had those storms that hit the Omaha area, unfortunately. All right, you guys have a great evening. I'll try and be back if storms should get going, but again, it's going to be very, very difficult for storms to get going. If they do get going, please make sure you have a weather radio because if they do get going, it's going to be so late in the evening. It's going to be after dark. And obviously, when it's 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I'm not going to be broadcasting because I don't want people getting a bunch of notifications that I'm live and waking them up in the middle of the night. I'd rather have them use their NOAA weather radio or some kind of other resource that would be able to wake them up in the middle of the night. And I've got two kids as well, so I have to make sure that they are staying sleeping when they need to as well. Again, have a great night and safe. I'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time, and hopefully things will work a little bit better and give you an outlook for your Saturday.